Hello everyone! Today we will look at why waiting lists at watch retailers are a natural part of the industry. We will also celebrate a major moment in boxing history, and we will take a trip to Venice for our Watch of the Week. First of all, thank you for tuning in. I am Onur Karaman from Frankfurt am Main in Germany. I have been a watch enthusiast for many years by now, and I also love boxing and art in general. Professionally, I am closely involved in the watch industry, and I will use my insights to give you valuable content. So let's start with the news of the week. Waitlists are part of the game. I recently watched a video by Adrian Barker. For those unfamiliar, Adrian is a great content creator and watch dealer from Glasgow, Scotland. In that video, he made a point I'd like to expand on. Adrian basically said that waitlists don't really exist, at least not in the traditional sense. It's more about dealers ranking you based on your potential as a long-term client. For a dealership, the more likely you are to buy again, the more likely you will be to get the call. According to Adrian, most dealers don't keep a traditional list of names. They rather manage relationships. Here's my take. I don't know if watch dealerships are keeping a list of names. Maybe they do. At least it would make sense for keeping track of the demand. But the bigger picture is this. Waiting is a built-in part into the luxury buying experience. You see, some watch brands see themselves as luxuries, brands like Rolex, Patek Philippe or Omega. But what does luxury even mean? Is it just a high price, top-tier materials, or expert craftsmanship? Well, the answer is yes, but that's only part of it. The marketing behind a luxury item is fundamentally different from that of a mass market item. In the mass market economy, it's all about profit margins and selling as much as possible. Mass market brands rely on volume. Therefore, they design their products according to the requirements of the market. But that whole equation doesn't work in the luxury sector. The difference starts with the product. Luxury products are crafted as exclusive, high-margin products, often seen as symbols of status. A luxury item is seen like a privilege to own. It's even some sort of a social marker. The luxury brand doesn't listen to the market, but it sets the tone and style of the product itself, since the luxury brand understands itself as a true authority. There is a whole science behind the marketing of luxury items. But to come back to the waiting lists, the waiting experience is part of the luxury experience. In other words, you're not just buying a Rolex, you're earning the right to own one. And when your time comes, it feels like an achievement, like you have reached a higher tier. At least for some people, it feels like that. This luxury marketing model isn't unique to just luxury watches. Other luxury brands like Ferrari, Chanel or Rolls-Royce also have an intentional waiting part built into their experience. What do you think about that? Do you see a luxury item as a privilege? Which watch brand, in your opinion, offers the best buying experience? Now, let's switch topics to something else very important, at least to me. Today marks 48 years since Muhammad Ali faced Alfredo Evangelista. That fight was Ali's 9th title defense during his second reign as the world heavyweight champion. At the time of the fight, Ali was 35 years old and had a longer layoff after his trilogy fight against Kenny Norton. Alfredo Evangelista was 22 years old, a man born in Uruguay, and being 13 years younger than Ali. Evangelista, an orthodox stance fighter, had a strong left hook but lacked footwork. Ali, on the other hand, wasn't as fast and agile as he used to be, but still many levels above Evangelista. In the early rounds of the fight, Ali used his legendary jab and movement to control the distance. Alfredo was obviously outclassed. Mid-fight, Evangelista bravely came forward, even landed a few solid shots, but Ali retaliated with sharp combinations. In the later rounds, Ali threw even more punches, including double and triple jabs, while Evangelista, tired and exhausted, kept pressing forward. The fight ended with a unanimous decision win for Ali. At the time of the fight, Ali proved once again that he is still a major draw and was still able to rumble with the man 13 years younger than him. What do you think about Ali? Do you think that he was still at his prime after the Kenny Norton trilogy fights? Now let's get back to watches and let's talk the watch of the week. The watch of this week is coming to you straight from Venice. In my opinion, the Venezianico Corallo is a perfect summer watch. I like the bright and powerful orange tones of this model. Its dial features a slice of Mediterranean red coral, which is a stunning visual detail. This watch has a 42mm case, it has a good Salita movement and will cost you about 1,000 euros. And that's it for today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe and to activate the notifications. Thanks again for tuning in and see you next time.